If you hop on Quora or Reddit, you're going to find tons of people talking about how they regret their major. And this seems to be especially true for psychology. And honestly, I could see why. I did my undergrad and later went to grad school, but there are so many things I wish I'd known before I started. So here are the things that saved you a ton of time, money, energy, frustration, and probably regret as well. First of all, there aren't jobs that really require a bachelor's in psychology. Of the people I know who graduated, many of them ended up going into things that are completely different, like nursing or pharmacy or business, because they didn't really know what to do with their degree. They couldn't find jobs. The thing is, this degree is kind of known to be the go-to for people who don't really know what they want to do. But with just a bachelor's, what you'll qualify for is jobs that require a bachelor's and any bachelor's. So that means you'll be competing with people from HR, from communications, or from business. A psychology degree can open doors for you in things like UX or marketing or HR, but usually you need to pair it with something else to be able to do that. And the reason for this is that it doesn't give you a lot of transferable skills. So most of the focus in psychology is on theories. And that's interesting, but it doesn't really give you the practical things that employers might be looking for. Plus, since most programs don't offer internships, you'll graduate without any real-world experience, which also puts you at a disadvantage, especially when you're competing with people from other majors that have more practical skills and more real-world experience. So if you have other interests, explore them while you're still in school. Consider doing a double major with something else that might give you more practical skills. Well, I have a friend who did that. She got her degree in psychology, but also did a certificate or diploma in HR. And now she works as a recruiter. I know someone else who did her degree in psychology and then she did some training to be a hairstylist, and she ended up only working as a hairstylist. But that might be a bit expensive for the average person because I think her parents funded her education. But I think it's super important to pick up some skills because that's going to open up a lot more doors for you when you graduate. Another reason you might want to pair your psychology degree with something else is because of the pay gap. Psychology graduates with a bachelor's degree tend to earn quite a bit less than like the average for other majors. And the best paying jobs for psychology grads are usually not in psychology. They're in things like HR, management, or marketing. But to get there, you need more education or quite a bit of industry experience. So if salary is really important to you, that's something to keep in mind. Also, we all know that getting a bachelor's degree doesn't make you a psychologist, but a lot of people don't really know how difficult it is to become one. Only a very tiny percentage of psychology graduates go on to become licensed psychologists. To put this in perspective, look at the University of Ottawa. They get about 300 applicants a year, and they only admit about 90. And if you get in, you're looking at 9 to 13 years of schooling, internships, and practice. Also, many students go into psychology thinking that they're going to study things like serial killers or emotions and things like that. But the truth is that there's a lot of stats and research methods. So expect to spend a lot of time crunching numbers and running experiments. But the good news is that there is growing demand for psychologists in most parts of the world. Okay, another thing I wish I'd known is how much you really need to be proactive. Personally, I didn't really get much guidance on the career options that were out there, and I had to figure things out on my own. And even for grad school, if you're thinking of getting your PhD, most programs don't really give you much direction and don't tell you how to make sure you get all the prerequisites. So if you want to take that path, make sure you do your own research and network with people and seek out internships. And maybe reach out to some professors for guidance. To be honest, psychology is a super exciting field, but it's best to think about your career first and then decide if psychology is the right degree to get you there. It's not the best major to pick just because it sounds interesting or popular. Is there anything I missed? Please let me know in the comments and see you next time.